Okay, so welcome to another channel update kind of video, just because I haven't been producing a bunch of content lately. So, do another update here, letting you guys know what's going on. So, everything's kind of catching up around the house, getting caught up more, so I'm having more time to do some videos. I've finished designing the circuit board that I'd been talking about in some previous videos, so I've sent that out to our sponsor, Next PCBs, so that way they can produce the PCBs, send them in, so I can do a video on them. And then I've just been catching up on a lot of small projects that I either forgot I had laying around that I just needed to get done, or projects that I owed for customers just to get them done. So I've got a lot of that kind of stuff wrapped up. So hopefully here in the next couple of weeks I can catch up and do a lot more videos on the channel, and just get some more content going. I want to focus on the channel some more and put some more effort into the channel. I'm actually currently shopping for the microphone. I keep promising you guys I'm going to replace this absolutely terrible microphone. I've already picked out one on eBay. Now I just need to find the adapter to get it all working. And I'm going to just go to a lavalier style microphone. That way I don't have to wear this giant headset. So that way when I do talking heads or interviews or anything like that, just do, better content for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I finally got my first check from YouTube, so that's where those purchases are coming from. It's basically just taking the money I'm getting from YouTube and reinvesting it back into the channel so I can produce some more content. I'm just finding doing these YouTube videos enjoyable. It's a nice little hobby here, so try to take it a little more seriously. I also am giving Target my 2 weeks notice. I'm actually giving them 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks notice. I called my manager today. Yeah, I called him today and let him know what was going on there. I was like, yeah, I'm going to college here next month. I'm not really going to be compatible. I'll be available for like 4 hours on the weekend, so there's no point. And let me just do you guys a favor and put in my 2 weeks notice here. So no. Nothing, no hard feelings towards them. It's not like I'm quitting because I hate them, or anything like that. It's just mutually beneficial for both parties if we terminate that. So I won't be working at Target anymore, which also will give me more time to focus on the channel. So that's a lot of the kind of basic stuff there, getting caught up. So yeah, the next version of this PCB, we should be looking at that coming in real soon here. Like I said, I just emailed them the Gerber files last night, and then there was still some communication going back and forth. So I'm sure it'll be a couple of days until they get them, start producing them and get them in. I've had a ton of problems getting components for this project. Yeah, the global chip shortage is real. I'll actually do another video on that. That'll probably be my next video after this one. Is just kind of another global chip shortage. Who's it impacting? How's it impacting me? Is it going to impact other technicians that work on instrument clusters, or just hobbyist electronics guys in general? So that should be the next video you see after this one. I haven't started recording yet, but that's just kind of a plan. I don't ever script any of these videos. I don't know if y'all can tell from the channel that I don't script them, but I don't know. I don't like scripted videos. They don't come out natural for me. I have tried scripting a few of them. Interviews that I do with people, like I did with Jeff recently, I do like to kind of write down a little bit of not necessarily a script, but just a list of questions that we're going to go off of. I don't write what my response is going to be or anything like that. I just go, hey, here's all the questions, and I try to go from that list and remember to do that. So that's kind of how, like, a little behind the scenes there. Other things I need to look at getting for the channel, I need to get a better light for doing this. I'm actually, to get more of a better white balance kind of light, I'm actually using a little one of these guys, because it's yellow, so it's giving me better colors to work with on my camera. So yeah, that gives me a little bit better color to work with, because I use these super bright white light fixtures here in the office for working on the components and stuff, because it helps me see them better. So I use a very, very cool white light in here, which is really hard to work with on camera. lab lights don't work well with footage. I'm sure anyone that tries to record doing electronics repair, like Louis Rossman, or even like the engineering guys like Dave at EV Blog, she's actually talked about it before. He hates working with lab lights and trying to record. Yeah, so like I said, so things I'm looking at purchasing for making the channel, a little bit better is, yeah, a uh, lavalier mic to drop the headset. I just don't, the headset's bulky. I hit it on the microscope if I'm trying to record and do that. Probably a better light fixture. Also, to really take the channel a little more seriously, I need to build a new workbench. This workbench does not work well with recording in general. It's kind of cramped. So that's another thing. Probably do that project in a couple of months because I still have a little bit of construction work I'm doing. So I got to wrap that up before I take on another. I don't like wood. I don't like working with wood. I just don't like wood projects. So I like to keep it to one going at a time with that. As you can see, I added a new parts organizer. I've been running out of room in the other one. I also got a label printer here recently, so I'm actually printing labels instead of writing on tape and putting it on there. Slowly replacing all of my labeled ones, and then there's a lot of them that have stuff in it that aren't labeled. Those are just temporary. I don't know. I could go. I need to do an office tour video too. That is one that I need to do, but I've just been such a horrible mess in this office since I moved that I have not felt comfortable doing an office tour in this giant mess. I've also been playing with my camera settings, as you can probably tell in this video, and my OBS recording settings. I point there because that's where my monitor is when I'm recording. It's also what you see me looking at all the time. I'm always looking over to make sure I haven't scooted out of frame or the camera hasn't fallen out of frame. So yeah, just trying to give y'all a little background to what's going on here. I really do appreciate all the comments I got on my last update video for the channel, where you guys kind of giving me well wishes for my wife with her surgery. Yeah, everything went smooth with the surgery. She still can't lift more than 10 pounds, so I'm still doing the bulk of things around the house, but she's definitely helping out now, which is giving me more time to come out and work on videos. I'm really only doing repair work, electronics work, from about 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. right now, and it'll continue to be that way for the next 4 weeks. Just because when the kids are up, I just can't be out here working. I gotta take care of the kids right now. But that's only 4 more weeks of that. Then I'll be opened up more on that. But then in May I start college classes, and then that'll kind of close it back down a little bit. So we'll see. But definitely, kind of my goal right now. Focus a little more on the YouTube channel. I'd really like to grow the channel to 10,000 subscribers. That's kind of my next goal. My first goal was 1,000 because I was told that I would never be able to be monetized when I was in the military. Someone's like, "Oh, you'll never make it." So that was my first goal for the channel, is make it to 1,000, make it monetized. It had nothing to do with making the money. It just had to do with proving them wrong. Now the goal is to make it to 10,000 to help attract more sponsorship opportunities. That way I can actually monetize the channel in a meaningful manner, and then that'll really allow me to focus in on some projects I want to do. But doing a lot of projects gets expensive. Trying to explain how things work here. A lot of people, they just watch YouTube for the content and have no idea what goes behind it, which I had no idea what went behind it when I got started. I was like, oh, these guys, they're making millions from YouTube. They can do whatever they want. And then you kind of, once you start making the money, you go, oh, that's actually kind of peanuts. Let's, focusing on growing the channel does not have a lot to do with growing YouTube's monetization, although I'm not complaining about it. And I'm not saying that because they're like standing behind me with a gun, and I'm just stating that the I do heavily monetize my videos on here because I want to purchase more stuff for the channel, and keep it, because it's a hobby for me. The channel's a hobby for me. I enjoy doing it. But yeah, hopefully some of these videos start coming together here. I know I've mentioned a bunch of them that are coming up in other updates too. Also, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but I did kill my CH341 Alpha the other day. I was testing a new tool, and I accidentally hooked up to the I2C connector instead of the um, SPI connector, and I let the magic smoke out. I didn't actually start to smoke, but oh man, the chip got hot, and I could see steam or something coming off of it, and I was like, "What the heck?" And I grabbed it to unplug the USB, and I burnt my hand on it. Um, so yeah, I killed this one, and in killing it, and then looking at the schematic of it, I was kind of like, well, that's why it has nothing to protect it if you put a dead short across it or anything. So definitely something to think about is maybe redesigning this. Because the chip itself is available, so why not? We could redesign this and make it a better tool. Maybe so. Put my thoughts on redesigning it. If y'all are interested in doing that, if y'all think that's a project worth going in, my thoughts are to put basically an array of resistors to protect it from a dead short. That way you don't fry it with a dead short. And then also put a USB isolator on the circuit board itself to isolate your USB on your computer. So that way, if you do somehow fry it again, or accidentally hook up to 12 volts, it doesn't send 12 volts to your computer and fry your computer. So yeah, maybe have because there's 12 volts on the uh, what do you call it? The transceiver on there. Your J1850 transceiver on one of those pins has 12 volts on it. So if you were to clip this to one of those while it's hot with 12 volts, you'd send 12 volts down your USB line, and that's no good. You don't want that. So yeah, maybe we should redesign this. So this thing got fried testing this new tool out that Raul made. So it's a 3D printed SOIC 8 adapter. Basically, that's what you do. 3D print this, put the pogo pins in it, solder to the pogo pins, put your connector on there, and it is a replacement for the little clips, because those clips are god awful. So pretty cool deal. I'm not sure what Raul's plan is for monetizing this. He is gonna either sell them already made, sell the design. I'm not completely sure, but I do know he plans on monetizing it. I've made 3 of them so far. I made one was just the initial test to see if it worked at all. Then after doing that, which that one, I mean, I used a 10 pin. I just grabbed a random one. Then once we got that one going. This was the second one I printed, and Raul sent me some longer cables, and he sent some other stuff. He sent the whole care package basically of stuff. So this was the second one, and then the third one. All I changed about it was I didn't set the needles in quite as far, so they're down a little bit lower on it, so that way they don't flex as much. And I sent that one to Jeff, so that one's going over to Jeff. I don't know if he'll use it or not, but Raul requested that I send him one, so I had a box I needed to send him anyway, so I just sent that along with that box. So that's kind of how that got fried. I definitely plan on doing a video on this. I think it's pretty neat. I'll just kind of show the process of building one, and then I'm gonna wait till Raul figures out how he wants to monetize it before I do the video, though, just that way I can give some links to you guys to be able to get in contact with him to give him money for designing this, and hopefully you'll get one of these. So that's that. There will be a video on that. And then speaking of Jeff, I'm gonna put him on the spot here because I haven't actually talked to him on email, but I know we had already confirmed that we were gonna do another one of those interviews like I already did with him. I hope you guys enjoyed that one because I really enjoyed doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna do another interview with Jeff, and on that one we're gonna have the guy that designed this on there. I've already showed this on the channel before, but it was only on a live stream, so I should probably do another video on it. But basically, it's a bench tester for testing instrument clusters. It's really great, especially for beginners that are just getting into this. I don't know if it brings too much crazy to the table for people that have been doing this for a while in this setup. But if you're brand new to the game, this thing is absolutely a game changer for you guys. So you don't have to ask for all those pinouts because the whole setup is it has this aviation connector here, and he sends a couple of them with it. And if you need more, you just buy them from him, and you hook up your connector, and you're good to go. So and you'll just have your label on there of what instrument clusters it goes to. So definitely great for people that are just starting out. You know, you just have your 12 volts in or 14 volts in, and then back here is the OBD2 port, and then over here is the output for your instrument cluster. So you just hook it all up, and you're good to go, and it starts working. So definitely, we're gonna interview him because he was the only person that volunteered to be on there. But that interview is going to be about tools in general. We'll talk about tools. I think it'd be worth getting Raul on there too, but I don't know if he wants to be on there or not. But you know, if you're gonna design a tool, I think you've kind of earned your spot on that conversation there. Because guys that design tools, you know, they know about tools because they like them. Because if you're going to take the time to design your own tool, you've definitely looked at other tools and read, and you know you try to be a subject matter expert on something before you start designing it. At least that's how I feel about something like that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the short little update. Hopefully it wasn't too long-winded for you guys. Thanks for bearing with me, and I will see you guys in the next one.